Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Nicholas, and recently I posted in a Biz Builders group a way to help generate more events, a way to be able to get more people to hold more events or to be able to um, basically help me get my warm market to expand, right? Which means bringing in people who are unknown to me and making my cold market my warm market, right? Okay, now, one thing that I always do, and I have always done since I started deciding that I was going to build, is I send out a welcome packet to anybody who signs up under me. Now, what I include in that packet is kind of increasingly becoming more and more, but how I do this is I try to make sure that I stay on a budget, right? Okay? And that's really important because we want to be able to send things, give nice welcome gifts or whatever. But at the same time, we want to be careful how much we send out for free. So that allows us to do more maybe at events or do more events, right? Okay, so what we have to come up with and what the problem that I was feeling that I needed to solve was I needed income generating activities that were on a budget. So my welcome packets were I always included a little card just welcoming the person and telling them that I'm happy that they're here and inviting them to my group. Now, the next thing that I always included was a little sample of something. Now, maybe that was a sample of a specific oil, if that was something that they had mentioned that they, are really needing to promote or support. Um, or what now I've started doing is I've started including a roller of Stress Away because that seems to be everybody's favorite right off the bat. And then two additional rollers that are just filled with fractionated coconut oil. And I still leave space at the top and I just put a little note on there that says, when you get your kit, go ahead and make your own first two rollers. Now, the thing is that it's up to you what you want to put in your welcome packet. If you have more sample bottles, but you don't have so many rollers, then put sample bottles. If you have more rollers, but you're kind of running low on the sample bottles, then do the opposite. Now, I had a lot of people when I started doing this who said, okay, yay, I got my kit today, but what are some good suggestions for blends, whether that be diffuser or roller blends? I'm really excited that I have this, but now I'm not exactly sure where to start. So I sat down on my computer and I started typing in some of my favorite recipes, whether, again, diffuser, roller, or, with the Vitality line, some of our favorite household stuff, peppermint, Vitality, and brownies, or whatever it is. So because I was already doing this for our household and kind of keeping track, and then I'd come across other people's recipes that I just love and adored, or I was kind of experimenting and found them, then I was keeping track of this anyway. So I went ahead and started printing them off, and it's, I can fit 4 on a page, and I just print them off and I cut them up into this little book and then just, some way connect them to the top. I use like a little O-ring to connect them at the top. And I started adding those into the welcome packet. Now, the impact that that had was actually pretty incredible. People were really excited about getting this recipe book, and I made sure that I left room for them to add their own recipes because it also causes them to make a wish list, right? So again, that's income building. But because I was getting the cards, I was getting, I was printing out my recipe books and I was just going ahead and cutting them up. This wasn't a lot of that I needed to go buy. I run the Dollar Tree, get a package of cards, get a thing of paper, get my envelopes, and because it is such a small thing, it doesn't increase my cost of shipping. Now, another thing that I do that is seeming to really generate a lot for me in bringing in the number of people and the amount of classes that I'm doing. I have 6 events this month, and I already have 6 events booked out last month, or I'm sorry, next month. And the reason why this is just increasing, I've been increasing every month since I decided to start building. My OGV has gone up every month, is because I found these ways to be able to do this on a budget. Now, I just had an open house the other day, and this right here, which we're going to talk about, is something that I always have by the front door, or I always bring with me when I'm going to do an event. Okay, and what it is I put in there some kind of little gift to welcome each person to come in, right? Whether that be a roller or a sample, whatever it is. And then I have these 4 sheets of paper, just paper clipped together, and some pins, and I just have a little sign that says, please take one. Okay, now each one of these pieces of paper is something that is a income generating activity, but it is also very, very simple, and it doesn't cost anything. And I've started putting these also, with the exception of the first one we're going to talk about, into my welcome packets. Okay, so the first one that I don't put in my welcome packets, but that I always make sure is at every event, is the I attended a Young Living Essential Oils event. Okay, all this is basically they just put their name down and their contact information. They can fold it up, they put it in a bowl, and they're entered into a raffle prize. Okay, so this is a wonderful thing to do. It gets people excited. They get the chance to enter a raffle, and all they've done is, even if they don't end up ordering, they've given me their contact information for me to contact them later. Okay, so the next one is a Young Living Essential Oils hostess sign up. Okay, this is how I get events. Now, because I'm offering them to have, it's an entry into a raffle, right? Okay, so they want to enter in because they want to win something. And again, it's something fun that kind of, I have a lot of participation in. So what they do is they give me their name and the preferred way for me to contact them. If they put this piece of paper in there, they already know that I am going to contact them. And if I'm contacting them, I'm going to get an event out of it. Okay, this is a golden piece of paper. It should be printed on golden paper, but anyway, you get the point. The next one is, and this one also has been tremendous for me, is share Young Living Essential Oils with a friend. Okay, anybody who comes to an event, again, all of these are entered in for a raffle. Anybody who comes to an event, this is a piece of paper that just says, they put their name on it. It says they came to an event, they learned a lot, and they want to share with people what they have learned. Okay, and I actually number it 1 through 5 on the bottom because I want them to put in at least 5 names, and then I have a paragraph at the bottom that says, if you need more room, feel free to write on the back. This is at least, if they're putting this into the raffle, into that bowl, I am getting at least 1 name of somebody else to contact. But I will tell you, because I put on it, for every person you list is 1 entry into the raffle. Okay, you will be very surprised at how many people start getting into their phone and finding anybody they can find, and those 5 fill up fast, and then they're writing on the back, which is blank, and they're just filling this in with names, right? Because that's more and more entries into that 1 raffle. Okay, and by doing that, they have just given me the contact information, and they know that I'm going to contact those people about Young Living. Okay, huge, huge way to transfer the cold to warm market. Huge transition, wonderful. Okay, and then the last one is one that is really great for helping to sell more starter kits, or helping to get someone who goes ahead and signs up on their kits to be able to get larger orders, okay, or getting recurring orders. This is a wish list. Now, on this one, again, you can enter it in for a raffle prize if it's an event, or, and I'll talk to you in a minute about how I handle this in welcome packets. What this is the person puts their name down, and they write in what they would like to have. Now, I have 5 lines on here of 5 things that they want, but again, they always have the option to write on the back. It's right on the front, says that, okay? But the first one, I've already typed in the premium starter kit, and I just give them the instructions to pick which kit or which diffuser, okay? That's already number 1 on there. They fill in whatever their wish list is as they're going through the catalog, or I'm talking to them about the different products or whatever, okay? And at the bottom, it says contacts, name, and email address. These are the people that they want me to get this wish list to. Now, what I do with that is I copy their wish list, right? I type it out into an email, and I send it to the people that they've told me to send it to, that they want these products, they want these items, and these are the people that they're asking for them from, okay? This does multiple things. This causes orders, this causes signups, and it also puts me in contact with more people to potentially sign up, have events, right? Okay, cold to warm market. So they're going to put this in for another entry into the raffle, and now I have even more people that I can contact. Now, how this changes a little bit, obviously, when it comes to in a welcome packet, is that they can't be raffle entries. So what I do is I go ahead and I offer another gift, right? So I've already sent them a welcome packet. They've gotten a recipe book and a card and some kind of sample from me, and anything else that I feel like throwing in there, any little oily goodie that I think is great, okay? So I'll go ahead and throw that in there. Now, because these don't cost anything when it comes to your mailing, these do not increase your mailing. It's 4, not even half sheets of paper. What I do is I send with this a self-addressed stamped envelope, okay? Therefore, all they have to do is just fill these out, fold them back, and drop it in their mailbox, okay? Get my envelopes at Dollar Tree. All it costs me is a stamp on that self-addressed stamped envelope. But for each one that they return back to me, they're going to get an oily goodie, right, in the mail. And I'm going to send those on, in another envelope. So yes, I have an additional shipping, but for how many people that they've put me into contact with, and for how many potential sales, events, everything else that's going to come out of this, it is so worth 3 or 4 extra samples being sent out. So this is what I do. This has been hugely successful for me. My business is growing rapidly, and like I said, each month my OGV is going up and up and up from doing this. And the cost to me to do this is around, I don't know, maybe an extra $3 a month for adding these things into the recipe book and these 4 pieces of paper, the self-addressed stamped envelopes, the cards, all of these things, okay? This is costing me around that much, plus whatever the shipping cost is. And since I send it in a padded envelope, my shipping is around $2.50. So you can go ahead and do the math and see that off of each premium starter kit, how much you're getting in commission for that. It's definitely worth the less than $6 or so that it's costing me to do this. So this is what I do, and go ahead and play with it. Try some of the ideas out. But I just wanted to share this with you, and hopefully I have answered all of the questions that came up in the different groups. So have a wonderful night, and I will work on finding out how to get these documents to other people, maybe Google Docs, I'm not sure. I will work out the logistics of that. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. Thank you.